Hello, my people. Welcome back to Critics News, where we keep you updated with the latest info. Let's go straight to the reason why we're here. In case you have not followed us on our social media handles, what are you waiting for? You can do that very quickly on all our social media platforms. So you'll be getting updates back to back. So let's go straight to the reason why we're here. As it happen now, they say that our brother, what they call P2B, who is the presidential candidate of Labour Party, say don't come out, can't say he can become vice president inside Nigeria if he sees somebody who can do better than him. This 2027, he go tough for Nigeria. This country called Nigeria has failed woefully, and they are looking for a messiah, a savior that will save the situation. When I go remember, say, some pictures circulating on social media has depicted Tinubu as the Pharaoh and P2B as the Moses of our time. So Tinubu, they show us the pepper. So they say that the only thing that can dilute this pepper is P2B and no other person. And remember that before the 2023 presidential elections, P2B has sought to be the president while he was still in PDP. But Atiku Abubakar with Ishi Coconut did not agree. He said, for where you're not going to be president while I'm here, I'm the senior man. So if Atiku Abubakar had agreed and allowed P2B to be at the front while he follows the back, they would have gotten a better result than what they had in 2023. But because of greed, that's why it happened. You see, that's why they were collectively rigged out. They were rigged out. You know, we say they vote them out. Lie, they were rigged out. Although P2B did very well, but the powers that be in Nigeria that has vowed never to allow any good thing happen to Nigeria were the ones who did the mago, and everything went sour. So it is going to be very difficult for Nigeria to see the light of the day. Now, take for example, when Goodluck Jonathan was still there, at least Nigeria was still fair until Buhari came and took us to where we don't know. Now, after the presence of Buhari, we are now having this Tinubu now. I even feel that Tinubu even Polan Kosef carrier Buhari. This Tinubu Oboronko Nyanogoro la carrier that Buhari non Asoro Kasaden. So the things, everything has gotten worse as it is now. So I don't know who P2B is expecting to lead while he follows. I am not sure whether we have found such person, because Atiku is the one posing in PDP, while Kwankwaso is posing at the ANPP. So which other? Where else? Who else? All these things now, so they go still do now. They go fail in 2027. A former Labour Party presidential candidate, P2B, has expressed his willingness to consider vice presidential role if he finds someone who can perform better than him. Not just that, we still have Obaseki here where they say the man, they worry. Obaseki's tenure is almost over. But instead of the man to calm down, they say still they fight them for Edo State. Somebody whose party is on the ballot, instead of him to be doing well, to repent and be doing well to the people, at least to see whether he can convince them to vote his party. Rather, he's still getting clashes with his people. How do you want to succeed? Obaseki, the way when I take they look you, I just they look you like, say, any day when this your tenure finish as governor, they will press your neck. We never know where you did for this country. They will press your neck. You understand? Blessed they don't already, they press you now. When they don't carry all your boys, enter inside Abuja, go relay them for there. All right, we will talk about P2B finish first. The former Anambra governor stated this in a recent exclusive interview with News Central TV, which Sarah reporters monitored on YouTube, claiming that his ambition is to get people to move Nigeria forward in the next general election in 2027. Answering questions on the possibility of him accepting to be a vice presidential candidate in 2027, Obi said, "Quite frankly for me, I'm not desperate to be Nigeria's president. I am desperate to see Nigeria work. If I see people who can do work better, I will consider being vice president. I will consider being vice president. I even have people who say I should not come out in 2027. And I said to them, offer yourself, and we will not put everybody on the scale. Obi insisted that he would not leave the Labour Party, but would consider a merger with other politicians if their purposes resonate with his political desire. He continued, yes, I would be here at Labour Party, and if anybody is coming for us to negotiate or to come together, he must tell me what his purposes are. I will not join anybody for state capture or for winning the election. I want anybody to tell me how are we going to ensure that no child is left behind. How are we going to put those millions out of school children back to school? Meanwhile, the National Working Committee of the party, led by Julius Aburi, on Wednesday called on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the National Security Advisor, NSA, to investigate Ovi, Aisha Yesufu, Pastor Itua Igadalu, and leaders of Pan-Yoruba Group Afenifere for the alleged misappropriation of campaign funds in 2023. At a press briefing in Abeokuta, the Labour Party's National Publicity Secretary Abayomi Arabambi raised concerns over the diversion of 12 billion naira and 15 million naira in donations meant for the Labour Party in Labour Party's 2023 presidential campaign. So this Abore now, they say the man they accuse Peter Obi them say they don't chop money where they no supposed chop. Say that EFCC should swing into action and recover all this money that they have swallowed from them so that they can use it for something better. I think I've got an interview here of Peter Obi while speaking to this News Central. Watch.
Are saying that all politicians are the same. In just a few minutes ago, you were invited to our newsroom and you told the young journalists, all of them that work for News Central, you told them that the problem of Nigeria is not Nigeria, it is politicians. That is the problem of Nigeria. So nobody should be praying for Nigeria, they should be praying for our politicians. Now that brings me to this question that a lot of Nigerians are asking about our politicians. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria decided that he wanted to make the National Assembly members happy by providing them brand new vehicles that cost a whopping sum. That is the dream of so many Nigerians, but they just could never touch. There is not one member of the National Assembly that rejected this vehicle, not even members of Labour Party in the National Assembly. What does that tell you about the quality and caliber of human beings that are called Nigerians that are in the National Assembly?
If you recall when I mentioned to the young ones, very energetic, hardworking young ones in this facility, I said that we are the problem. I didn't exclude myself. I said we, the politicians, are the problem. I didn't exclude myself. And I was discussing with somebody yesterday, and I said to him, I read philosophy. And in philosophy, there's a topic called syllogism. And it says that when you have over 75%, you can't generalize without committing fallacy of generalization. In Nigeria, 95% of the politicians are the same. So the 5% remaining is very negligible. What we are saying is, how do we get one that will say, okay, I've had somebody confront me and said, okay, Peter, you wasted energy and time and you saved money. And when you were leaving government, you left huge amount of money. So tell me, which price did you get from doing that? Every other person took money and they are enjoying themselves today. said you don't want to take the pension given to you as governor. So what difference does it make? You would have had a house in Abuja, a house in Oka. Government is maintaining you. So it is a general thing that we've all agreed. That's why I always say this is a criminal entity, organ, hijacked by criminals. The only way it can work is to dismantle it. But I know that if you have a leadership that can govern with determination, it can dismantle it. I have been a state governor, and I know what you mentioned with National Assembly is not the buying of the vehicle, but the impact on the society is far worse. Tell me how you can have the National Secretary of National University Commission recently said that Nigerian universities are in urgent need of PhD holders. I ask myself, who wants to be a PhD holder? If you become a PhD holder, you are employed as a graduate assistant level 2 or so in university. Your salary is 150,000 naira. Let me be generous and give you 200,000. That means in 1 year, you earn 2.4 million. Let's say it's 2.5 million. 2.5. If you decide as a PhD holder with 2.5 million naira annual salary to buy the car they've given to somebody whose only qualification is secondary school, it will take you 64 years.
So
why will anybody want to be a PhD holder?
The level of criminality amongst our politicians is a disincentive to people who want to study.
When we talk about corruption, the reason why, because this is corruption, the reason why it is bad for society is that corruption kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country. I said every day, why will I work hard to create a business and suffer to grow the business when I can make more money from being a politician? So you don't see people struggling to build business. Corruption kills professionalism. Why am I going to work hard to MPhD, research to be a professor? Because what I told you now, for a professor, is double the salary, 400,000 if he's paid. Why will I struggle to be a professor? In fact, if you're a professor, your salary, like I said, is 400,000 monthly, 4.8, so call it 5 million annually. For 4 years, without spending your money, you earn 20 million as a professor. 1 month's salary of National Assembly member is 21 million. Why do you want to be a professor? So corruption kills entrepreneur, kills professionalism.
So would you advise the president to do what he has done to the Supreme Court by increasing by 300% all university professors?
For me as president, we're going to dismantle this criminality. Everybody has to come at the same level, and we discuss the future of the country. And I say it's not that this is something that is verifiable. I was governor of a state. I was impeached within 6 months. You know that. Of being a governor. And what was the problem? My own office as governor, there was a budget to renovate my office because it was burnt. The budget to renovate it was 298 million. I spent 42,300,000. That was my number one offense. Number two offense was that in my lodge, where I lived as governor, the entire budget, it was also bought because they had a crisis before I came in. The budget to renovate the visit was 486 million. I spent 81 million in doing everything. That was my second offense. The third offense was that I was saving money. Everybody knew. You can go to Shøck and verify. When I became governor, no permanent secretary in Anambra State had a car. No judge had a car. And I said, no. I went to Pijo. Still on record that I bought the highest number of Pijo ever bought by government. When I was governor, I went there and said, supply us 50 vehicles, 406. And in my first year, for 4 years, the vehicle I used as governor, it was 406. Permanent secretary, everybody was using the same car. 406 for the 4 years. In my first tenure, you can go, these are things that you can go and verify. And we shut down. Shut down the office of First Lady. Because they had more money than some of my ministries. I said, hey, wait a minute. What is this? Nobody voted this woman. It's my wife. We love her. We live in the same house. But he didn't campaign. Nobody voted for her. He should have had her own convoy, even with ambulance and everything, creating additional confusion that was supposed to exist. We shut it down.
No, be smart, you know, these people be, they don't finish this criminality where they inside this country where they call Nigeria. So, when I see, First Lady now has her own office, and now there they spend money, she's controlling money. Wife where they marry. The same thing, the same tactics where they use for this church in Nigeria now. Once the man come out, come claim, say God don't call him, automatically, they don't call your wife. Straight. Whether she knows how to pray or they don't know how to pray, whether she didn't call her, they don't call her, she will call herself. You will help her. If now you go call her. Since God don't call you now, you claim, say God call you. Of course, I know, say God don't call anybody. All of us now brain with the use. Don't deceive. You think you can deceive? You can't deceive me. God don't call anybody. Now all of us with the use our brain. It is what you work towards that will work for you. In all these years when I talk this news, if I use the kabash, I go down kabash, tell her something by now, and I go don't believe me. I beg me will go another video. Make una let me know which one are the reason follow this matter. P2B, and I guess nobody can easily, come out and come tell us saying better person. I'm never sure. She na Atiku now. Atiku no get where in they go. I beg, if you want some money, go Nigeria. Make you use this very app where they call tap send and use my promo code there will be Critics News to get free £5 for those in UK, €5 for those in the EU area, $10 for those in USA and Canada, and 25 AED for those in Dubai. Don't miss out. Thank you very much and share this video. God bless you.